Good evening, good people. It's your boy, Brother now, all the way from Durban. Hello, it's NK1 show. It's cut to 8:10. It's your number one favorite online show, but first we are back with Ama-2K. All right, it's Kalangambela these days. Ngomhlezi guys, ukuthi ngiphethe sobancane forever young guys. Ngiphethe sobancane ngiphethe ama-2K la, ngiphethe ama-2000's. Yeah. If we 90s, I'm sure uyayazi ngoma kaBhuti Makitaza ethi olama 2000. Ngiphethe wona ke namhlanje bafethu sikhala ngampela. These guys are not happy. They are telling us everything that they are not happy about. Ngani ma 90s, ngani ma 80s, and then they are outpouring their hearts. They are outpouring their spirit to us bafethu ukuthi bona what they can do if they were given a platform la in South Africa. So to everyone that is tuning in, you'll know guys, you'll know the story when you tune in the live to the honest. Please do share the live, and also please do mention people guys. It's Ama-2K. It's the last episode. It's called, we are calling it a rap namhlanje. Phiwe and Busisiwe Buthelezi all the way from Mpumalanga phansi lapha ko Hendrina. So I'm just gonna give them ithuba ukuthi bayibingele. So qala go Phiwe hamba kahle.
Yebo ngiyaphila ngiyathemba ukuthi nonke ni right. Igama lami Phiwe. I'm from Durban. Yeah. It's okay.
Thank you very much, Phiwe. Anyways, guys, Phiwe is my sister. Hello, Busi.
Yeah.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Hope you're all good. I'm Busisiwe all the way from Hendrina. Yeah, I'm a 2K guys. I wanna share my thoughts.
Yo, I'm proud kanje ngokuba ama-2K. The first time I went to Mpumalanga, ngalendela lapha ko Hendrina. Ngalendela ko Hendrina. You know that place lapha, what you call this place? Nkosi pass lapha ngase eDiponez. Yabo lapha ekhoneni ngase eDiponez. You know that place? Town lapha Hendrina. There's only one Diponez. Yeah, there's only one Nkosi. Ngidela lapho ke ngiqala ukuza eMpumalanga, and the guy came to me ecabanga ukuthi ngidila. Ngithi hey balo ngiqhabuka eThekwini ngizokutshengisa ukuthi ngubani mina. Ewaxolisa wabaleka mtshela ukuthi hey ungalinge balo ungalinge. Welcome guys. I can see the number is going up. People are joining the live. Please do share the live guys. We're calling it a rap namhlanje with Ama-2K. We are having a conversation. Well, asiphelele khona oshodayo, so yena ke uzosifica ngendlela because ushower a load shedding, so mina ngabe bawu3, but ke it's fine sizoqhubeka, and then mawukuthi ugesi uyabuya lapha khona, and then she will also join us, and then sixoxe naye. So angiqale ngawe la Phiwe, what is it that you're not happy about mhlawumbe eyenziwa ama-90s noma ama-80s? Noma yini nje mhlawumbe uyibonayo yenzakala nje la eSouth Africa that you guys think as Ama-2K you guys can change?
Mina, okay, let me say this first and for all. Ngumuntu ofunda economics, yabo.
Yeah.
I'm doing my third year in economics, and from all that I've studied, I'm getting to see ukuthi yazi kuyona yonke lento esifundayo. It's not rocket science. We are waiting for ama-90s, or let me say we are waiting for abantu abadala kunathi ukuthi baze bayenze, yabo. So there are things lezi mina engifundayo engibonayo ukuthi no man, abantu who are younger, older than me, they can also do them. It's just that bayasaba, yabo. So mina into engasho ngithi angikho happy ngayo ukuthi man, as abantu abadala kunathi ama-90s, most of them are so scared of taking risks. Angisho njalo, bayasaba ukuthatha ama-risk, bayasaba ukwenza something new. It's like they are always waiting for opportunities to come nje kubona, to present itself to them, when they can just go out of their way and do what they want to do and achieve what they want to achieve, yabo. For example, njengoba ngakutshela ku-WhatsApp
So
ukuthi
so
mina ngumuntu who loves talking about investments, yabo. So whenever you tell someone, as a 2000, whenever I tell someone like 1990 ukuthi there are platforms or investor kanje 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 kanje, the first thing they will tell you, hi, scam. Kodwa they want to be Patrice Motsepe, yabo. How can you be Patrice Motsepe when you are scared of taking risks, yabo? So nje ilokho mina from my observation engikubonayo ukuthi it's like they are so scared of taking calculated risks, yabo, of which taking a risk can ngakunikeza imphumela emihle ngaphezu kwale ndlela lo expecta wena, yabo.
Yeah. So what is it that you like about investing?
Okay, okokuqala into engihlezi ngisho kubantu ukuthi investment, okay, it's divided into two, and there is a short-term and a long-term investment. Short-term investment, you always have to have a goal before you invest. And it's my goal in the short run, or let me say short-term, a goal yami ngifuna ukuthi ngibe sengireceive ama-returns amangaka from my investment. And then a long-term goal yami for my investment ngifuna ukuthi ngibe sengireceive ama-returns amangaka, yabo. So what I always tell people, before you invest, make sure ukuthi it is the money that you are willing ukuthi uphinde we lose, yabo. But also at the same time, uyazi ukuthi ama-chances of you losing leyo mali leyo, ngingasho ukuthi mhlawumbe they are kind of low. But also when you're looking at the positive, if you do not lose leyo mali, obvious you will gain much more, yabo, from lokunjani ama-wins akho zobuwatholile, or from ama-returns akho zobuwatholile from i-investment yakho, yabo. Because manje there are so many platforms that akwenza ukuthi kube easy for us to invest. Akusafani nakuqala ukuthi mangabe ngifuna ukuthenga ama-shares in a certain company, I have to first go to ka-JSE offices, yabo, ngiqale phansi, do all the paperwork, everything it's easily accessible ngamafoni ethu, yabo. It's just that siyasaba ukuthi sisebenzise le platform esinikeziwe ngamafoni ethu, yabo. But abantu abasaba ukuthi babhadlaze information yabo on social media, yabo, of which leyo nto leyo can hinder your success yakho to receiving your financial freedom leyo usuke uyifuna. Yeah.
Wow, that was wonderful. So much wisdom from a 2K. Guys, ngiyabona ukuthi ama-2K ashisa kanjani. Lo muntu lo, she was turning 21 years on Thursday, but izwa nje into ayikhulumayo, ukhulumisa umuntu ona-30. Yes.
20.
She was turning 20, I think it's 21. She was turning 20 on Thursday, but can you please hear ukuthi indlela akhuluma ngayo ngathi she was turning 30. She's somewhere on our age. So let us go to Ubusi. Busi, when on your side, what is it that you observe and see surrounding you, or maybe South Africa as a whole? You see, you know what? I'm not happy. And I feel like ama-90s are doing nothing about them. Tina as ama-2000, Tina as ama-2K. If maybe we can be given a platform, Tina, we can change this and that. Mhlambe change it to better. Maybe what is it that you observe and see what's in the car? Tina as ama-90s or 80s.
Okay, from my view, I can say to ama-2Ks, they are smart. Then ama-90s, they have the knowledge, but then they don't use it right sometimes. As Phiwe ashiwo ukuthi they are scared to take risk. As ama-2K, we are not scared to take risk. We're just smart. We use our knowledge in such things. Maybe I see something, okay, I'ma go for it because it's the right thing. But then ama-90s actually okay, I know this and this and this about this, but then I can't do it because of what? Just because they are scared to take risk. So 2000, yeah, they're really smart, they're wise. Ama-90s, they have the knowledge, but then they don't use it wisely. So as Ama-2K, we got the mind. Sisebenzisa izinto fast. We just sometimes we send ama shortcuts to cut off things. Ukuthi ngithola ngishona le nale. Just ngithatha the shorter distance to succeed.
So when you are not you're not scared of taking risk.
Nope.
So for you saying that, on what exactly specifically are you talking about? Because
Taking risk.
you are talking about like economically. When on what exactly like you talking about?
It can also be economically because manje, like most of the things that involve the investment. Yeah, but everywhere you go to Instagram, people are sending you text about investment and stuff. So I once tried it. So it was a scam, but I didn't give up. I also tried it again and again. Now, manje, I'm still doing it. And some of them, they are not scams, but then most they are scams. So I just give my all.
How old are you?
17.
Yeah, no, kodwa ufake muhle phone enzana kodwa yena useqalile enzana uthatha amalink ko inbox uyenza amabhizinisi ngapho. Hello Lindo.
Hi.
Sicela ukukubona, vula ikhamera.
Awu anginjena.
Hayi bo, sifuna ukukubona noma unjani. Uyaphila?
I'm good, nina njani?
No, we good man, we good. Awusibingelele wena ugcina ungasibingelelanga waphela ufike late. Awusibingelele and then introduce yourself.
Okay, so hi guys, my name is Ulindo, isibongo sami Nkosi, and I'm from Ermelo, Mpumalanga.
Wow, wonderful. So, we are having a conversation lah with Ama-2K as now we 2K. Maybe if I can ask you, Uguti, what is it that you are not happy about? Maybe surrounding you or mhlawumbe like South Africa, obonayo ukuthi we as 90s we are failing to do, or we are failing to change it. And Nina as Ama-2K, maybe if you guys can be given a platform, you can change these things. Maybe ikuphi la ubona khona wena ukuthi mina kulokho ngibona ngathi angikho happy la ama-90s are doing nothing about it.
So for me, the first one, it is poverty that is surrounding us. Ne?
Yeah.
And then the second one is also the stigma that you guys have when it comes to mental health awareness and stuff like that. Right? Yeah. And for the poverty thingy, I started my own organization, which is an NPO. So basically what I do is I sponsor girls with sanitary pads. I also go to the orphanage on weekends and I help where I can. And I really feel like you guys, because in Badala, and you can actually like Ninga Caesar, but then and you're not interested in that. That's what I've noticed. So that's why I started my very own NPO. And then also when it comes to the mental health awareness, I mean it personally, last year around this time, I was diagnosed with depression as well as anxiety. So when I came home, my grandmother, she understood and she was very supportive, you know. But then when it comes to my uncles, Ama-90s, like they had difficulties understanding it and stuff like that. They were like, this into Zabelu. So I feel like you 90s, you need to be educated about that. There's nothing such as isi for Sabelu, you know. Because at the end of the day, singabantu song, the only different thing is our flesh, basically. You see. So yeah.
Wow, this was a very powerful point, Lindo. But please, can you please show yourself? Because asikwazi ukukhuluma nomuntu esingamboni. We want to see you. We want to see you. Ungacashi. Please show yourself,
Okay.
Lindo. Thank you very much. So, but Lindo, on what you were just saying, I want ama-90s who always have i-mentality yokuthi maybe ngoba une-depression just no man izinto zabelungu lezo what nathi izinto esikhulu esizizwe le nto zishiwo ogogo, so it's not like ama-90s mhlawumbe analeyo mentality leyo.
Yeah, it's not like the 90s, but then I feel like ninale mentality yabo gogo wethu yabona. You refusing to adjust to the century that we're in. It's one thing I've noticed. You guys, like, you are refusing to adjust.
Okay. Hayi bafethu niyezwayo guys. So namhlanje kusobala ukuthi we are like based, or we are going to focus kakhulu economically, because everyone is talking about like similar topics, like from Phiwe to Ubusi and then now to Lindo. So Phiwe, if you were given a chance to be president, njengamanje uyi-2K, what is it that you can change like South Africa?
Okay, yawento yokuqala mina engayishintsha, yabo lo mthetho lo ukuthi abantu abana-65 kumele barethaye, kodwa ePhalamende kuhlela abantu abano-80 bano-70 upresident nje udlulile ku-65, yabo. So I think lento le ye-age restriction ngemsebenzi kumele babe straight kuyona. Uma ukuthi bathi umuntu ona-65 akasaqashwa, then let it be so, yabo. Abayeke ukuthi mangabe kuza ngapha kuzothiwa hayi siyabathatha abadala ngoba umuntu omdala engakwazi ukurana i-economy kanje, but mangabe sekuziwa ngapha in the business world, yabo, kuthiwa hayi asimqashe. Okubuhlungu manje ukuthi-ke even nabana above 35 sekunzima ukuthi bathole imisebenzi, yabo. So I think that's the one thing ehlezi ehlele emqondweni wami ukuthi it's wrong lento leyo ukuthi bathi imisebenzi in the business world ugcina ku-65, but when it comes to imisebenzi in the government, there are so many people who are older than 65 but abayilandeli bebodwa bona loyo mthetho loyo abawubekile ukuthi abantu abana-above 65 kumele bengaqashwa.
Wow, wonderful. Busi? Where am I?
Yeah. What I can change?
Yeah.
My president, okay, South Africa will be nice. Everyone is gonna work hard.
Show yourself. Khona sokubona phela.
Yeah, South Africa can be nice. Shem, yo. I always have that dream. Like, I'm like, oh, if I was the president, man, things would be so easy for me. Yeah, I mean, what I would do is, what I can change, automatically, most everything. Okay, in the Bayama, abantu abangena South Africa without amalona abo. I wouldn't allow that, because yes, destroyer as you can't. As you can see, we got foreigners who are running drugs, foreigners who are taking South Africans' jobs. So I will really stop that and encourage Black people to start working hard.
Yeah.
Because every month they're getting 350. Thing is nice for them, but then they have to work hard. They have to sweat for that money. So South African people sometimes are ignorant, lazy, but then they want good things. That's why we gotta push harder. Go roads of South Africa. Everyone will be sweating. And stopping now. If you came to South Africa, then njengalabo beza ngomsebenzi permanently because bayeza for 5 years then ba-advertise umsebenzi wabo, then if akekho South African ewutholayo nomsebenzi lowo then they stay here permanently. So I wouldn't allow that. South Africa needs to be strong. We need to be strong. Plus, we are black. We need to be strong.
Most strong in what way, Ganjan?
We have to be strong. We have to work hard. In that way, we have to work hard. Have to be wise.
But South Africans are not working hard. That is why foreigners are just coming here and then they're opening businesses because we are doing nothing. They have shops all over. Because South Africans, they don't, even South Africans, they have shops, they die. We are harmed, and I'm telling you, we are fit kusasa woke. 2 months down the line, but these foreigners, every time you need something in their shop, you get it. South Africans, you don't. Even if you do, 2 months down the line, buy easy profits, buy easy man. So foreigners are very helpful, guys.
Yeah, they are helpful, but then South Africans are just lazy. Most people, they have pride. I can't do this because people are gonna say this and this. That's what brings South Africans people down most of the time.
What kind of vibe you can bring to South Africa to wake them up? Okay, you know what, guys, you need to wake up. We need to do this and that. What kind of vibe you can bring with South Africa ivuke and then isebenze? Yabo.
Can you vibe ngaphandle you have to educate them, have to make money attracts them. Not to get 70 money, but then we have to use money to attract South African people to work hard.
Yeah. Lindo, show yourself ngizakwena manje. Kazi wenzani Lindo le angafuni usibone. Lindo. If you were now given a chance to be a Minister of Education like South Africa, what is it that you can change and what is it that you can bring to South Africa?
So the first thing I would do if being Minister of Education, I'd make sure that even late color that like abapatali kutis kizone.
Okay, wait, guys, we can't mute because thank you, Phiwe. Bosi, can you mute? You go unmute Amasukulum. Bosi, can you please mute?
Okay.
Yeah. Ukhona sense ama headsets la. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Lindo, you can carry on.
Okay, so what I would do is, for example, siyabona ikolo lezi abangabhatali kizo school fees. Most of the time, the conditions that labantwana bafunda kizo are not proper conditions, and the teachers that are there as well, they're just there for the salary. So what I would do, I would like bomb stress. I would deploy them in different sectors each term or every after 2 years, because as soon as they get comfortable, they start doing isn't right, you know. And then what I would do as well, I would make sure that every student has their own textbook, and then that's what I would do.
Wow. You see, you just mentioned a very, very powerful point. Deploy them every after 2 years, because these teachers, they feel compatible everywhere, and then they're not doing it for passion, maybe to educate, but they're doing it for money. You just brought a very, very, very valid or strong point on that one. Let me just go to comments before we go further with some questions. Okay, all right. Minenhle Meyiwa, uthi Sanmonani, yebo, they are refusing, time has changed. Sanmonani Ekaya, Erickson, thank you very much, my bro. Greetings, Justice Sokela, Nkosi Keswa, Melwam. Greetings, guys. Greetings. Thank you very much for watching, chilling, conversation, having a conversation with Ama-2K la. Mongeni Ngulunga, thank you very much, my brother. Greetings to everyone, guys. Please do type some questions, guys. If you guys have some questions for Ama-2K, Norma, any opinion. Okay, Phiwe, I just want us to stick kule adishiwo uLindokuhle. Do you really think Tisha they are doing a good job ey'koleni? Mangikhuluma ngothisha ngikhuluma even nalaba bama-2K, because sebekhona manje othisha bama-2K. Wonke umuntu owuthisha nje okhona la eSouth Africa oqashiwe ukuthi afundise. Do you think they are doing a good job?
Yeah, ngokubuka kwami mina, they are doing a good job. It's just that makukhona labo who are not doing umsebenzi wabo, who are after imali, yabo bancane. I think they are few, because I've been seeing even now with social media, there are so many teachers who are passionate about teaching. There are so many teachers who enjoy teaching abantwana. There are so many teachers who engage, especially in njengoba uthi kusekhona laba ama-2K. It's like they understand iy'ngane on a personal level ukuthi mina ngisanda kudlula kule journey, or let me just make an example ukuthi mina ngisanda kudlula ekubeni i-grade 10 learner, yabo. So I relate to whatever that a grade 10 learner may be going through, or that a grade 10 learner may not understand, yabo. So I think they are doing a good job, and we also need, because usually ukuthi deploy them after 2 years, we also need othisha abadala, yabo, mhlawumbe abano 50 something, because most of them play a motherly role to abantwana, yabo, especially abantwana who come from emakhaya la bakhule kungekho ubaba or kungekho umama, yabo. So they play a role yokuba umama, they play a role abanye yokuba ubaba, yabo, if they are old bewothisha, yabo. For example, mina yabo thisha bengifundisa e-high school, ngathini bengibona uma kuyena, yabo, she was exactly like uma, yabo. So ngiyazi ukuthi uma ngiyesikoleni, uma ngimshiya la endlini, but I know ukuthi phambili ngizomfica uma, yabo. She was like a shoulder to cry on, yabo. Uthisha nje perfect. So umuntu who did not have umama mhlawumbe in class wayebona umama kuyena because of the warmth and the love that she had for iy'ngane and also for teaching, yabo. And yena wayehlezi esitshela ukuthi mina abantu abangifundisi ngoba nakho mhlawumbe ngigijimisa imali, uthi I teach because it was a calling kumina and it is also my passion. And wambona nangendlela ayifundisa ngayo ukuthi no man, this thing comes from the inside kuyena, yabo. So we need othisha abadala, we also need futhi nabancane, and they are all doing a good job ngokubuka kwami. It's just that izambane elilodwa libolisa amaningi. So if kukhona loyo laba ba-few abangenzi kahle, kuzobukeka sengazuthi like iningi labo lenza kabi, yabo, kanti cha kukho njalo.
Oh wow, that's also a valid point. Makhuluma ngothisha abadala. Yes, we do need othisha abadala for them to be there, mhlawumbe like giving mentor to those young teachers. But I still stand with point Lindokuhle ukuthi nama ngasathola ithuba to manage all this education system like South Africa. She can deploy othisha every after 2 years. I still stand on that one because I still support this one because yes, uqinisile, we do have othisha who have passion, who are doing it for passion, not ngoba mhlawumbe befuna imali, yabo. But most of the teachers abanasikhathi, yabo, abanasikhathi. Abanye uyabona nje ukuthi lo wengafuni ukuba uthisha, ube uthisha nje ngoba it was a job that was available for everyone, yabo. Bosi, you can unmute yourself. Masuyaziveza ke ntombi. I wonder who is the youngest. Lindo, how old are you?
I'm 18.
Guys, Ama-2K angampela now. 17, 18, and 20. That's me. I said, confused nama-2K. Indlela engixoxa ngazi ukuthi ngixoxela nje no sisabadala indlela enihloniphe ngayo madoda. Kumele ningiphe lo mqondo wenu ngeke. Busi, when what can you change or maybe what can you bring up with education system like South Africa?
What I can change good education system ne. Gonna Lindokuhle had a point ukuthi you have to deploy teachers after 2 years, which Namia also wish it can happen. Because teachers, they get comfortable too much. They get comfortable, so sometimes they're just failing to do their job because they know it. I've been here in this school for 12 years, and be like bragging and stuff, but then they are not doing the job they used to do before. So they are too comfortable now. So we have Ama-2K teachers which are active enough, which Swabona as but teachers khona nabo everything because they understand the situation Ama-2K abhekana now, other than ama-90s, because nabo they just passed that stage right now. Because kule stage few years, so they are now teachers. They are able to assist us in different ways. They're able to talk to us when we are able to talk to them, and they bringing up positive energy because our abayeko badala, and they still have that energy and they are also healthy. So teachers, all teachers, I mean, I really don't understand. They just get too comfortable. Maybe isikolo iy'kole engingafunda kizo kodwa nje they get too comfortable bese abenza umsebenzi wawo as like this year angiboni teacher omdala enza umsebenzi wakhe. They just all relaxed. Ma-2K are busy with most of the things since like banama assistant teachers. Yanyiwa because everything bafuna ukwenzelwa ma-assistant teachers. Nomuntu angasazi ukuthi endeni assistant teacher is there to do the job for you when you're just relaxing there, and every month you're getting paid. So I think they must be deployed every 2 years. And another thing, I like my sponsors. Maybe there's a different sponsor sponsoring a school with a uniform or with shoes, especially public schools. I would say like school fees will not be necessary. School fees must not be paid. Umuntu ofuna, or maybe if like you feel you have the power to pay, maybe you can say a donation money, then you have that donation money to assist where you can assist. But then they akusibo bonke abazali abakhonayo afford, even though they try their best ukuthi umntana amaye esikoleni abenayo imali yokukhera, have impahla zokugcoka ezibonke abantwana. So abantu babona ngathi everything is okay, but then that parent is suffering to get that money ukuthi umntana akhe aye esikoleni. So for me, school fees won't be necessary.
Wow, shuthi ngamnandi-ke ngiyabona ade njengoba adishile guys, if you can recall uke washo ubusi ukuthi mangasaba upresident South African can be nice. Yabona already ubusi mangasaba upresident ingane zethu ifunda mahala from a crash up to tertiary levels. Ingane zethu ifunda mahala, asikhokhi school fees. So South Africa can be nice. Let us vote for Busisiwe Buthelezi party, guys. Irule like South Africa because niyabona ukuthi zingavele ikhala kube mnandi kakhulu. So Phiwe, let's asize lapho kwena. Mhlawumbe what is your take or what is your opinion kulento eyenzakala la South Africa? Petrol is going up, everything is just going up like no one's business. And then like the government akanandaba noma abantu people they afford or they don't afford ukudla noma indlela yokuphila, he just don't care. What is your take on all this thing happening like South Africa?
Okay, khona konke lokho kwenzakalayo yazi angazi noma ngingayibeka kahle mangisho kanje, but it's something that was bound to happen vele. Prices would not have stayed the same as 10 years ago, yabo. Vele prices, they change each and every year. It's just that this year they changed drastically, yabo. Of which I don't think the government nayo unayo control over that, because I'm sure if you can track down why the prices have changed so much, it's all because of oil prices. Of which I haven't done my research why oil prices have increased ngalendlela le, yabo. But I'm sure the government has no control over it. Okay, economics. In economics, it is what we call exogenous factors, of which the government no control over economic shocks. Yabo. It's just something that happened kungalindelekile. Yabo. So government it is something that was bound to happen. We cannot expect isinkwa to stay as 10 rand. Okay, let me say we cannot expect isinkwa sibe 5 rand even in 5 years to come from now, because each and every year there is bound to be a price increase in things or in goods and services. Yabo. Kumele vele kwenzeke ukuthi if there is a change in one of the prices of something, of which in this time or in this case it was oil, kuzoba khona a change in prices in almost everything. It's just that the government they have to choose ukuthi for them to meet to increase government revenue, they have to make a choice ukuthi bona ba-taxa mase be-increase i-tax, because I'm sure njengoba nje manje sibona ukuthi inflation, this is inflation angithi. So ukubona ukuthi if mangabe bezo-increase i-tax ukuze bezothola imali eningi engena ngakubona, of which bazokwazi leyo mali ukuthi bayibuyisele back to abantu, bebekhokhela abantu 350 babo, babakhokhela abantu ama-grant abo obviously kuzomela anyuke ama-grant abantu. So kuku-government ukuthi mangabe sebe-increase i-tax, ba-increase i-tax on selected goods, or they increase the tax on all goods, yabo. So if they increase on selected goods, they can maybe increase on alcohol, or maybe increase on cigarettes, tax yakon, or maybe increase tax on goods that are luxury. For example, let me just say, increase tax on gold. Or if you're buying something like a gold whatsoever, yabo. So kukuyena government ukuthi ukuze akwazi ukubuyisela abantu back o 350 babo, kuzomela increase i-tax angithi ukuze abantu bezokwazi ukumitha lama high prices. Kuzomela increase i-tax, mase increase i-tax kodwa increase i-tax yakhe angisho njalo ukuthi increase on selected goods or on all goods, yabo, to meet the inflation le esesikuyona manje. But for me, I do not think the government has control over it, because it was an economic shock, of which this is an exogenous factor, of which it originates from outside the economy.
Yo, amagama mangawathatha exogenous factor. Hey, madoda. Hey, now ama-2K wesikhinqa ngama-bombastic word. But okay, no, ngiyakuzwa Phiwe. But manje, now my concern is here. How is it? It doesn't make sense. Upetrol wenziwa la South Africa, and then upetrol uyabiza la South Africa. Other countries, petrol is less price. Kanjani? It doesn't make sense.
Okay,
Petrol should be like South Africa, ila kumele ngabe ushiphe khona kakhulu kunawo wonke. But you go to Swaziland, kwesolido, upetrol uthola less price kunala in South Africa. Other countries, neighboring countries in Africa, petrol is very less. Even peshe, petrol is very less. Like South Africa, petrol uza phezulu bhasi, petrol bawuthatha la in South Africa. How it makes sense?
Okay, yabona ke manje sengizokufaka i-economics, ngithiwa nephepha nepen. Yabo, if upetrol ubiza la South Africa, it means so produce petrol, and then mhlambe I'm just making an example yabo, angisho ukuthi it is so. Mhlambe wa producer waze wamningi wa over, so njengoba usu over asisakwazi ukudayisela amanye ama countries ngoba sesifuna ukudayisa ngeprice ehigh, of which maybe there are other countries abawukhiqizayo upetrol yabo, abakwaziyo ukuthi bawuthenge. For example eSwaziland mhlawumbe bawuthenge, ngenza isibonelo, angisho ukuthi uyakhiqizwa mhlawumbe eGhana, sengisho ukuthi mhlawumbe eSwaziland bakwazi ukuthi bawuthenge eGhana ngeprice echeaper kunale ebekumele ilokhunjwe ngayo, bebezobadayisela ngayo la South Africa, of which inkinga yethu sisekutheni thina sesihleli la eSouth Africa no petrol ebesithi sizo-exporta yabo, asisakwazi uku-exporta lo petrol, so angeke sikwazi ukuwulahla, angeke sikwazi ukuwuchitha, kuzomele sibadayisele abantu bethu la eSouth Africa. So to meet ama-cost lawa esesiwa-incurrile, lama-cost lawa esesiwa-incurrile while producing lo petrol lo, because ama-cost maningi angithi, to meet lama-cost lawa sekumele senze njani manje? Sekumele si-increase ama-price a-petrol wethu ukuze wona inkampani le ya-petrol izobuyelwa back imali yawo eyama-cost plus also ne-profits yabo yabo, hence the increase in petrol, of which eSwaziland mhlawumbe bayawuthenga bona, bawu-importa from eGhana, mhlawumbe eGhana it's very cheap upetrol khona yabo, so abasakwazanga ukuthi bawuthenge la kuthina ngenxa yokuthi mhlawumbe thina besibadayisela ngeprice ehigh vele.
Hayi ushaya ngempela i-economics, ungilanda lapha nalapha, kodwa okusalayo ngisamile lapha. Upetrol wenziwa eSouth Africa akumelanga ingabubiza kangaka, siyabulawa nje. Ubaba wakho uRamaphosa uyasibulala ngamasibomvu. Before I go to Lindokuhle, let me quickly go to ama-comments. Okay, ama-comments ahamba kanje. Ulokhuza ikhonto ayishile la ubusi. Oh nangu uMinenhle ethi Busi mfethu wafaka inhliziyo. Akazi-ke Minenhle iqonda ukuthini mawufaka inhliziyo kuBusi. And then uthi Busi the president, imagine. Hayi bo Minenhle, hayi bo. Busi umenzani omunye umntwana? Uthi uliso lethu, mina personally nje I will change the whole curriculum. Angifuni ukungasho izinto the teachers that are teaching us now isiZulu, that's why we are still to make mistake ngoba abalikhuluma iqiniso ngento eyenzakalayo. For example, the sexual parts bayayifihla, they don't speak iqiniso, bayahloniphisa, and that's why Ama-2K are yet to experience izinto on their own ngoba abazali bayasifihlela. Lindo, did you hear that comment?
Which one?
Okay, athi ngifundele futhi. Uthuliso lethu, mina personally I would change the whole curriculum. Ukhuluma nge-education system. Angifuni ukungasho izinto the teachers that are teaching us now isiZulu. That's why we are still to make mistakes ngoba abalikhuluma iqiniso ngento eyenzakalayo. For example, the sexual parts bayayifihla, they don't speak iqiniso, bayahloniphisa, and that's why Ama-2K are yet to experience izinto on their own ngoba abazali bayafihla, abakhuluma iqiniso. So ngamanye amazwi like mhlawumbe makhuluma ngesex, for example, because now when the example makhuluma ngesex, they don't want to talk nabantu ney'ngane bayakhuluma nazo, izinto bathanda ukuthi bayifihle noma bayihloniphise ngoba bebethi no iy'ngane lezi. So le nto isigcina iyenze njani, isigcina affecta ama-2K noma iy'ngane lezi ey'ncane sakhula ukuthi zingakwazi ukufeyisana nezinto ngenxa yokuthi ayifundiswa ngoba mayifundiswa ngalezi zinto lezi bayahloniphisa ngoba bafuna ukukhuluma izinto eziyiqiniso noma babeka izinto ngembaba.
Well, ngivumelana naye lapho, because a lot of things the only time sazi ngazo kahle it's when we experience them, which for me is wrong, because there are certain things that esindlula kizo bazali bethu bebangakhona ukusitshela iqiniso ngazo and besingeke size sihambe that path, yangithola.
Yeah.
So for me ngiyavumelana kakhulu because I like angazi why abazali bethu abantu abamnyama they feel the need ukuthi ezinye izinto basifihlele. Yes, ngiyabona ukuthi from their side bathi bona they are protecting us. But to be quite honest, yibo abasilukhunjela phansi, you know, because if bahlalisa phansi about certain things in life, for example, akhuluma manje about that, bahlalise phansi basitshele this and this and this instead of telling us ama-myths akudala batshela bogogo wabo ukuthi, for example, ngizokwenza example, uma uyintombazane and you're gonna start on your periods, they're gonna tell you ungadlali nabafana because uzomitha blah blah blah, you know. They don't want to get to the point ukuthi if you sleep with a boy then uzomitha. They just tell you stay away from them, and then in your mind you're like kanjani, you know. So bazali, when it comes to parents, hey, yeah.
They are very poor in parenting.
Very, very poor. Very.
Okay, so now here is your point, Lindo. Let's say you're a minister of justice, like South Africa. Iziphi izinto ongayilungisa in terms of justice? Noma izinto ongafeel it's either ongayilungisa noma ungayikhipha noma ungayishintsha like South Africa in terms of justice.
Okay, so makufika ku-justice, ne? Singaqala emaphoyiseni. Maphoyisa, now I would rotate them as well. And when I rotate after 6 months, because maphoyisa sibabona ngathi bangani bethu at some point, you know. It's easy for maphoyisa ukuthi wabhadale ukuthi ashabalelise i-docket lakho or something. And that's like the biggest thing that we are facing as South Africans right now, you know, because our justice system is failing us. It's really failing us a lot. So, personally, I would rotate amaphoyisa every 6 months so that nani ngabajwayeli, because siyahlupha singabantu as soon as sajwayelana nale phoyisa le disicanga ukuthi vele sesibochomi, you know. So yeah, that's what I would change when it comes to the justice system.
We are trying to rotate.
Yeah, because as soon as siba comfortable with something, siba inkinga. That's why nam personally angihlali ku comfort zone yami, because inkinga. Yes.
Wow. Where boss? Usakhona nje noma usulele?
Angisakhona.
Ngisole ngathi usulele nje, hayi angikuzwa ngathi usulele.
Ngilalanga ngikhona.
Upresident wethu ulele bafethu, ngiswa ngisho indlela akhuluma ngayo. Angilalanga ngikhona. Uyabuzwa ukuthi
Ngingalala kanjani president?
How madoda. Abusi for president. So Busi, njengoba upresident, how can you fight against corruption in South Africa? Do you think ungayiqeda corruption in South Africa?
One thing, we angeke siqede corruption la in South Africa as long as we still have amaphoyisa asebenzisana nabantu. People who are supposed to protect us are working nabantu be-corruptions against us. So that's why we say people that are supposed to protect us are people against us because of what? Money. We think that guys, I'll give you money, you did this job and this, then we do that job because of money. So corruption in South Africa, as long as we still have amaphoyisa are corrupt, as Lindokuhle ashilo ukuthi when we get comfortable in something, that's why we say ay man yazi phoyisa leli bekhoneni baruchashe ekhaya. I can do is sponsor. Maybe I'm selling drugs. I'm selling drugs. So that's the thing about Black people. When they get comfortable, they lose what is right. They get out of the right path, I can say, because as I say, ama rules. which are able to build us. That's why Lindokuhle said we have to rotate them every 6 months.
Wow. So as a president, when because as far as we get a corruption in South Africa, do you think, okay, in terms of Ama-2K, as well as Ama-2K, do you think basebenzisana nabantu be-corruption ngenxa yomholo noma nje it's because of ukunganaki noma ungabi nandaba?
It's ignorant. Black people are so ignorant. If they don't get leyo mali leyo some, but they can say the money that I'm getting, it doesn't benefit me in some stuff. That's why I told her even traffic cops now, they're also corrupt. You just like missing even when they are not in their full uniform. Like umiso a traffic cop which is wrong. You shouldn't allow that. You are not a traffic cop while you're not wearing your head. So you have to obey to the authority so that I can also obey to your authority. So that's so pusha in Spanish right. So if Lawantu Labo they are corrupt, which means not South Africans basenza ukuthi sibe corrupt, because we know good phoyisa mapena nyazi ukuthi uzongenzela so. That's why we find stories ukuthi iphoyisa was working with banbanyana, they kidnapped, they killed, and what they hijackings. As we see ukuthi hijackings adinga amaphoyisa to work. So we have a hijacking, then you kashama poisa. Obviously you're gonna get a lot of money there, because obviously what they're hijacking, it contains a lot of money on it. So poisa now they also get involved. Sorry.
Wow.
Poisa now they also get involved there. So they play a part yokuba corrupt ukuze thina senzeni sifeza amaphupho wethu ukuthi the hijacking ihambe right. So nabo bazokhona ukuthola imali, which would benefit amaphoyisa la kasho ukuthi mina nginenkinga eningi, imali abangiholela yona ayikho enough. That's why abanye benza corruption, kodwa abanye it's because they are so ignorant.
Wow, wonderful. Okay, Phiwe, what's your take on this justice issue, corruption here in South Africa?
Mina yazi, okay, ngivumelana nayo yonke into abayishilo when it comes to this justice issue. Like nayo yonke into abayishilo ngiyavumelana nayo ukuthi okuqala lokho akusho Lindo ukuthi amaphoyisa amele rotate every after 6 months. That would be perfect ngempela, cause ngempela njengoba esho no Busisiwe ukuthi baba too comfortable. Uyabonga indlela ukuthi umuntu useyaziwe ukuthi hayi ukhona uphoyisa usakhile la phezulu. Uyabona uphoyisa usakhile uma behamba emoto amaphoyisa uyazokhalisa le sound amaphoyisa bebingelela abangani bakhe. Ekubeni that is not right ukuthi ungasebenzisa into yomsebenzi just ukubingelela abangani bakho. Yabo. And also okunye futhi I think even emajele there's a lot going on nakhona. Yabo, there is a lot going on nakhona, because we've been seeing so many people abasebaphumile emajele besho ukuthi ejele ujele thizeni wayesinikeza ifoni, ujele thizeni wayesinikeza insangu, ujele thizeni wayesinikeza ugwayo ukuthi sibheme. Yabo, even nakhona ngaphakathi emajele akukho right. There's a lot going on nakhona. If they maybe mhlawumbe angazi noma khona yini ama-camera, but maybe if they can nakhona rotate abantu bakhona, yabo, asuke ojele from ijele leli bayi-rotate bayilise kwamanye amajele kanjalo, just so that iy'boshwa zingehlale nomuntu ezomjwayela ngale ndlela yokuthi they also as iy'boshwa become comfortable besejele, yabo, because ijele vele it's a place where they are not supposed to be comfortable kuyo because bacommit icala, yabo. Yeah.
What advice can you give South Africa business-wise?
Like, take risks. Le nto engihlezi ngisho ukuthi take that risk. Do whatever that you want to do. If you fail, it's fine. If you fail and usanothando ngaphakathi kuwe, continue uyenze, learn from your mistakes. If failure, it's failure akusikho ukuthi yekela shiya kanjalo geza izandla ima. If failure simply means, as people always say, ukuthi it's a way or it's a tool for you to learn for your next endeavor, yabo, ukusho ukuthi okay, sengibonile manje ukuthi ngizamile ngenza kanje nakanje nakanje, then in my next step ngizowenza ngokuhluka kanje kanje nakanje nakanje, yabo. So let's take failure as a tool and do not be afraid of taking risk. Mina i-lecture yami ejwayele ukusitshela yona ukuthi always try something new, never say no to anything, yabo. If an opportunity avails itself, don't say no, no matter how scared you are. Don't say no, but try it once. If you say that you don't like it after you've tried it once, then you soon show next time, no, thanks. But if you want to know, I like this thing, do it again, yabo. And that's where you are also we are kulisa nawe as a business person, we are kulisa nawe mentally, we are kulisa nawe even emotionally, we are kulisa nawe socially, yabo, because you get to meet also nabantu, yabo. But all in all, take risks. Don't be afraid of doing something new, yabo. Do whatever that you want to do. If you fail, it is a learning tool.
Wow, powerful. That was very, very powerful. Oye Masheng. Masheng.
Yeah, boo.
Yeah. What advice can you give South Africans business-wise?
What advice can I give South African? Trying again, it's not something bad. As I share with you, we have to accept a failure and feeling, because you cannot move forward without accepting a failure. You cannot start a business now and expect it to glory. You have to work hard for it, even though it's okay. I love doing such thing. But you don't have to take that let me just sit and see what is next. If you love something, you go for it. If you love something, you do, you go all your best on it so that you can achieve it one day. Working hard is the key, because you cannot say you're not doing anything about it. You have to work hard. You have to sweat for what you love and sweat for what you need so that you can succeed.
Wow. Okay. Let me just see my comments. Una comments engwabonayo la. Uthi uzama motsweni. Uthi amaphoyisa awanandaba ukuthi kwenzakalani. They just do things without thinking, and they just don't care ukuthi kwenzakalani. Babeka imali phambili, and then she's crying. And then uMinenhle is saying there's no justice emaphoyiseni. Seke ngaba kwi situation yokuthi ngiframe, so amaphoyisa angishaya angi-accuser but akangibophanga, and they ran away. If ngiyovula icala ukuthi ngabona ukuthi ubani iphoyisa elangishaya, then balibuza ukuthi liyafuna ukukhuluma ngecala lathi no, then they said umthetho awuvumi ukuba lifoswe ukuthi likhulume, and they closed the case that I've opened. Yo, impela, there's no justice in South Africa. Thank you very much, Minenhle, for sharing. Guys, because of time, Phiwe, one last one. What's two things? Only just two things that you think South Africa needs. Ukuze ishintshe yonke lento eyiyona. Only two things.
Okay, the first thing I think we need, it's knowledge. Yabo. It's knowledge. Like, there are so many things. Ngikhuluma about lokho kwakhulunywa ngakho last week. Ukuthi like ziningi izinto esifundiswayo ezikoleni ezi-useless, yabo. We need ezinye izinto ukuthi zisuke endleleni yabo ukuze kufakwe izinto zesimanje manje yabo, for example artificial intelligent laba sebekhona manje yabo. Konke lokho abantu abafundiswe ngayo yonke lento leyo ukuthi at least umuntu abe ne-knowledge yaloyo nto leyo yabo. Okwesibili, I think people need to be given ama-platforms to speak, angisho njalo, cause uLindokuhle ukhulumile about in lokho akhulume ngakho mental illnesses yabo. People need to be given a platform to speak what they want to speak in anyhow that they want to speak it yabo, without people judging them. Like ngathini singasho ukuthi ngezwi lamanje ukuthi they just need to vent yabo, because there are so many things abantu abayigcibile la ngaphakathi kubona, ezihle ngaphakathi kubona, futhi bayasaba ukuyikhuluma yabo. Umuntu akazi ukuthi uzoqala abheke ngakephi mekhuluma, because maybe mhlawumbe lo muntu lo angasakhulume ngaye, mhlawumbe umuntu owaziwayo, mhlawumbe umuntu osatshwayo nani. So I think if we can be given, even if maybe a person can be anonymous yabo, just to vent yabo. So those are the two things I think we need.
Wow, wonderful. Where's this boss? Let's say Ramaphosa was right next to you, and you were giving a chance to tell him something. What is it that you're gonna tell him?
One thing, okay. I'm gonna tell him, man, we all your people, we all looking up to you. So when you gotta keep things good for us, you gotta control, you gotta keep us in line. So if when you don't do such, who is gonna do it for us? Because you are our hero. We trust you. We selected you. They selected because they trusted him and they saw that he was worth such things. So I'll say we all yours, we're depending on you. So we need you to take control. We need you to work hard. Stop doing things just because people are gonna say this and this and this, but then do things because you want them to be like that, especially because the country is on your hands. Do it since you still got the chance before you lose it.
Yo, you trust Ramaphosa. Ramaphosa is your hero. Hi guys. Yo guys, thank you very much for everyone who tuned in, guys. A conversation with Ama-2K. What a great closing, guys. What a marvelous rapping Bafethu with these three powerful dynamics Bafethu. You guys now can see South African's future is in good hands. These youngsters, guys, are super intelligent. These youngsters, guys, are very, very wise. So we are rest assured our future, guys, is in good hands. We just need to kick out abadala who have just have mindsets, corruption and all these rotten things. So you guys can see Ama-2K. They are not just Ama-2K, but they are dynamics who are capable to change South Africa, to bring a great impact for our nation to be better and developed country. So guys, thank you very much, guys, for tuning in. Please, if you haven't shared the live, please do share the live, guys. I'm just gonna give them 30 seconds to wrap up. Phiwe, awusivalelise nje ushaya azogcina ukuvalelisa.
Okay, ngiyabonga kakhulu for having me on the show. Thank you so much to everyone who tuned in. Yeah, mina njengophiwe intwazana eyithandela i-economics kakhulu. Yeah, siyabonga for tuning in.
Wow, madoda intombazane economics. Busi, we are wrapping up. What do you want to say before we close?
I just want to say thank you, for inviting me to your life. I really enjoyed. I've learned a lot of things. And let's hope people who tune in, they also learn different things. They also get the knowledge. If they are Kwanama 90s, I hope they see that TK really got that mindset too. But I just wanna thank everyone for watching. Thank you for the positive comments. Thank you guys. As people, we have to stay positive. We have to push the positive energy forward for the best. Thank you.
Wow, wonderful, wonderful. Uminenhle is saying siyabonga ama-2K nakhuluma kamnandi. Aphinde athi siyabonga okay. Phiwe hearts, Busi hearts, Lindo hearts. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. For everyone who tuned in, guys, please do share the live and mention people. It's your boy brother NK1 show, your #1 favorite show. On Facebook, Instagram, and also on YouTube. So, Bafethu, thank you very much for tuning in once again. Asibonane futhi next week, Monday, 9 o'clock, NK1 show. Thank you very much. Good night. Danko kaningi.